Good evening. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu and 4 Boston Terriers. How are you all doing? I know it's been a while and I do apologize for being AWOL. Excuse me. I have allergies, so my voice comes and goes. I know a lot of people wish it would just... I have been crocheting some. I have been excited that I have crocheted. You know, there's some days you just don't feel like putting that hook in your hand and getting that thread and starting. And then there's other days you can't wait to do that. The other night I woke up and I thought, oh, I need to finish this beanie, so I need to get up, get it, and sit over here and try to crochet in the dark. I'm thankful I didn't. I'm thankful. I'm so sorry I have been absent. I have, my son has been doing some repair work here in his home, and it's a duplex. So I have been the 4 baby nanny sitter. And it's been awesome watching him work. Although I wish that there were things that I could do to help him besides being a fur child sitter, but we do what we can. My body says don't do it. My mind is like go for it. And there has to be that happy medium of if I go for it, I may not can go off the couch tomorrow. So it's been he's been working on it at least 3 weeks. He is in the home stretch. He's almost finished with his living room. He was able to get paneling. When I say paneling, it's those boards. They look like planks, but they're the real thin. They're the wall boards that you put and you stagger the colors. They are beautiful. And he's got that running at both sides of the stairs for his staircase wall. So he's done so much. And then his latest endeavor has been building a bonfire firewood holder in the backyard. We had tons of wood that we have been able to use, thankfully, through the years to have our bonfires. But the wood is getting weatherized and it's not in a good way. So we're going to have to replenish it. And a friend of his came over the other weekend and helped him cut down a couple of trees that was endangering the neighbor's property. So I'm thankful we've got that taken care of. So now it's just sit back and enjoy. And my elbow apparently is not in a good way. Mickey's cleaning it. Bless him. I have been crocheting. I've not done any large projects except I did do a wind spinner. I have a cousin that lives in Michigan. Her daughter is getting married in a few weekends. So I struggled with what to make for her because she is in her, I think she's in her 20s. And I thought, well, I'll do some doilies. So I done one doily and I thought, that's really not enough. So I made another doily and I thought, well, that's still not enough. So I done 3 doilies. So for my cousin, I made her a wind spinner and a beanie and snowflakes. I'm doing that more and more the older I get. So here is doily number 1. And I may have shown this, and forgive me if I had. I think I made it in June or July. And it's a little cattywampus because it has been in the bag. So then I thought, she might not want doilies. So I made them a mandala, is that how you say it? And I used bigger thread than this one. And I love the colors in it. And I thought her living room is blues. So this has the darker blue, and then it has some different colors. The variegated. I thought that was so pretty, the variegated. And I made this one the more traditional. Now this one and this one are by the same diagram. It's just the thread that I used. So that is the wedding gift. Let me know if you think this is enough. I don't like shopping online. We know my adventures with shopping. I don't handle that way. I usually order the wrong things. Like one of my bags today, I had ordered these bags. There was a set of 3, and there was the brown paper bag looking, this black one, and the white one that I'm using for the wedding gift. And I thought I was going to use the paper bag one for my cousin, but it was minus a handle. So, oh well, that happens sometimes, so that's okay. So for my cousin, like I said, I made her a wind spinner. Now I made a wind spinner for a friend of mine, and I was trying to remember if it was Christmas last year or her birthday last year. But it didn't turn out so well. But I gave it to her anyways. I thought she can hang it outside, and her and her little fur baby can enjoy watching it twirl. So I made my cousin one, and I'm proud of this one. It is the variegated red, white, and green. And I was running out of that to go back along the edges, and the pattern called for a row of single crochets. So I had the red, and I'm hoping that looks okay. But I am so proud of the wind spinner. And I didn't know what to stick on the bottom. And I noticed most of them had tassels and things like that. So I just put a giant snowflake. I thought this is a Christmassy one, and she can hang it on her, wherever she wants to put it. She can hang it outside, or she can put it inside. My friend leaves hers inside, and I think they're so pretty, and they're where, I guess when the heat or the air kicks on, they twirl, and they're so pretty. So then I made her 2 snowflakes. This yarn, I was so proud, or this thread, I was so proud of it because it's stiffer. So I didn't have to do anything to it except just fix the twirly bobs up here to hold it on the tree branches, or she can hang them wherever she wants to hang them. And then I made her a beanie. Now the beanie, I'm proud of the colors. It feels like Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It was in a big, not your traditional skein or skein. It was a big one. But it took almost all I had to do this beanie. Now, I'm going to have to remember, I done the front post 2 strips, and then the back post 2 strips, and then on and so forth. And then I ended with double crochets, and I'll tell you why I done the double crochets at the very bottom. I normally wouldn't do that. I would normally carry this through and then end with a row of slip stitches or single crochets. But the beanie was so tight. It was way tight. And I forget that when you do the front post, back post, if you're not careful, it will be tight. So I went back and raveled what I had done down here back to the bottom of the front post, back post, and then I done the double crochets. So I did add some stitches, so it looks a little, I mean, you can kind of tell that I added some stitches. But I was pleased with it, and I love the colors. I almost kept it. And I thought, well, I don't know of any prettier yarn. I've got some lavenders and things like that, but I wanted her to be happy wearing it through the fall and the winter months, because she likes to get out and go places and do things. So I wanted her to have something to keep her head warm. So that's the 2 gift bags. They will, one of her half-sisters lives not far from me. She's my cousin as well. So she said she would gladly come by and pick it up when her and her sister are heading to the wedding. So I've made several book pouches. I've made several beanies. I made my other cousin in Michigan a beanie, and I've already got it in the box ready to go to be mailed. So I've been busy doing things like that, just smaller projects. Now, to me, the book bags take me quite a while, you know, because you're going in a continuous round, but it's making sort of almost a rectangle, if you will. And to me, they take me a while. So I've worked, let's see, I think in total I have made, I think I've made 5. But I've shown them in just shorts on here. And I think I may have shown the last beanie before this one. But I made these snowflakes, and these snowflakes, I just love them. They're by Mikey of the Crochet Crowd. Very, very easy. I've got the pattern memorized from watching him. And for several days, I had a bag sitting on the porch. Of course, I can't do that now of yarn because we've had some rain and thunderstorms moving through. But I was out, when I would go out and take Gracie, I can't do that with the 4 because they're just all over the place, and I have to really, you need 6 pair of eyes on them. Just saying. So with Gracie, it's normally easy, although today she broke her leash, and so I'm gonna have to get the one that was on the back and bring it to the front. And her and Biggs was out running. They were having a big time. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to watch it a little bit closer. But normally I can sit and crochet and do things when I've got her out. So this was kind of one of those rare occurrences, and I don't know what provoked the issue. I have my suspicions. But anyways, I have got the wedding gift tissue paper. I have a little, sorry about the rattling. That I know that drives me nuts if I hear a lot of rattling and seeing a lot of commotion. I've tried 5 times. I even posted the video and then I took it down because there was some trigger warnings in it. And I just didn't want anybody to be in a down mood when they watched it, so I took it off. I mean, and trigger warning, if this bothers you, then please fast forward. I was saying that September was not my favorite month. I lost my father, a miscarriage, and a fur baby that I'd had for 13 years. I grew up with this fur baby. And then July is not my favorite month. I lost my mother, my grandfather, 2 uncles, and a cousin that I was very close to. My grandfather passed on my birthday. So I don't I didn't want to bring anybody down, and here I am mentioning it again, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on. I made a crystal bag a day wheel, and I love this pattern because the only thing you add is your stuffing and your eyes. It's completely, and the only thing you sew is your belly when you finish. But I love the way he turned out. And I used, I think it was 8mm safety eyes. So I thought that, you know, a bag charm for the craft fair. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned it. My friends, 2 of my friends and I are in a craft fair in October. So we don't have a lot of room. My things will be small things. One of my friends has made some little lovey blankets that her and the Quilt Guild have been making to give to different organizations. I have one small bag. It's about this wide and it's about this deep, of beanies and spinner ornaments. This is the little spinner ornament I made into a little wreath. But I have declared that for the time being, I'm not especially, I love making the spinners and I love turning them into the wreaths. It's this right here that gives me a fit because my cataracts, I'm falling apart. I can't see to thread the small tiny needle that you need to put that on, but I love that little button, the little stocking. And I have some Christmas trees and snowflakes, and which would really be cute if I can just keep my needle threaded. So what I may do is get a huge long piece of thread and thread it one time. I'm sitting on the porch trying to thread it the other day, and I thought, oh my word, I can't do it. And then finally, I happened to remember I had the little needle threader. You know, the little tiny silver with the 2 little, looks like a little wire, and then you click it together and put it through. Well, I had trouble getting that in the eye of the needle. And you have to use like I said, a tiny needle to get in those little holes. So I did not enjoy that process, but finally I got it threaded and got the little sock sewn on. But where they put the buttonholes, it kind of makes it flip-flop. You know, it will turn around. So I'm not sure what I'll do with the next ones. I may just use the snowflakes or the Christmas trees, the next ones I make, if I make some more of those. But that's really, really all. I have started a beanie, and I have no clue the names of most of my yarns. I believe my friend from book club gave me this yarn, and I absolutely love it. Look at the sparkles in that. So I've started a beanie out of it, and I'm gonna see how it was kind of hard to get it to start to curl, you know, like your beanies are supposed to do. And it finally done it, so I'm hoping that it's gonna be okay. If it's not, you know, I can always ravel it back and make something else out of it. I can make a book bag or bag charms or spinners or, you know, different things. But I wanted to say hello and thank you all for being patient with me through all of my processes. We're thankful that a lot of the work is finished. Some outside work. There's still some trim work and things like that, but he's got the walls painted and it looks so good in here, and I'm so proud of him. He does such a wonderful job, which he paints, you know, that's one of his jobs. He paints, so I'm very proud of him. He's a good young man. But thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank K&K Crochet for reaching out to me and checking on me. That means so much to me for, you know, for people to check on me, because you know, sometimes you go through some mountains, you know, and I was going through some very, very tall mountains for a while, but I just tried to keep positive and tried to, you know, it will be okay. Everything will be okay. And I'm still looking for a work from home job. That's been one of my worries there at my age. And, you know, I've never done that on the computer before, work from home. So I'm really struggling with that process, but it will work out. I'm confident. And I just want to say thank you again for watching. I'm sorry we've been all over the place here tonight. I hope you all are doing well, and please leave me comments if you think the doilies and the spinner and the beanie are okay gifts to give someone. Let me know how you are doing. My love to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Bye-bye.